Greetings, mortals. I am Natus, one of the rulers of the underworld, or specifically the ruler of manga hell. And today we'll be reacting to the newest chapter of Black Clover, chapter 319, The Great Magic Knights versus King of the Devils. I think Dicafero is a bit exaggerated to be called King of the Devils, but if you wanna insult me by calling him the King of the Devils, you can. All I can do is promise you internal agony when once I invade heaven and take your souls there. But to be fair, you probably are not gonna die. I mean, Black Clover usually keeps characters alive for a very long time, but I won't ban on it once you actually fall, and you will fall. So yeah. Anyways, let's get into this reaction, shall we? Which, let's be real here, let's be this chapter's just gonna be a beat up to show off how powerful Lucifer is. That's all. So let's just see how much agony he can give to the Magic Knights. So yeah, now let's see. We have a bunch of the characters charging in, and Lucifer to get beaten up, like Rhea makes the Valhalla with the Salamander behind them, and Menosa makes Mercury, and Charlotte's Roses. As we get an explanation as to why they're able to stand, with Charlotte being like, his high gravity, we're captain class magic knights, and even we couldn't fight without the support of real spell. He's a monster. Again, insulting me, aren't you? So then we have Jack being like, ha ha ha, bring it on! As we have Jack and Meliona going in for a strike at Lucifer or Dickenfellow, we're being totally honest with here, to go into his clash, as we see Jack and Meliona just like slicing and hitting fire. Like it seems like the Dickenfellow is currently like just using his hands to like break the Jack slashes, as I think he's just taking the fire magic from Leona, honestly. Is that both taking a notice of it, as Meliona's like, he won't burn. I can't cut this guy? I mean, to be fair, this guy is way stronger than Dante, and you couldn't do much against him. I mean, you may cut him, but it was really meaningless. I mean, it wasn't until he was like, Dante was like low on mana, on the ground, that you actually managed to kill him. As then we have the two being like, what? As then we have Dicafero like doing a karate chop at Jack, who's sending him downward, is like, over what overwhelming power. And then we have Dicafero grabbing Meliora by her hand, and it's like pointless, as he crushes a bit of Meliora's hand, as she gets excited and totally doesn't ruin the tension here. As then Dicafero just punches her in the face and sends her back with her hand like very damaged, like bloody. Which is impressive considering the fact that the whole Valhalla's BS power up ability is the fact that it essentially makes you immortal and invulnerable for a few minutes. But yeah, anyways, they have Nozel, who, let's be real, is probably like in terms of like devil of damage, probably the best, sending attacks at Lucifero, as he also catches Meliona while she's falling. He wants to send the spikes in, but Lucifero just appears in front of him, grabs him by the face, and throws him to the ground. And it seems like I ground, yeah. So that's pretty impressive. So that's pretty impressive. Also, I think that Nozel is actually one of the faster captains, so that's also extremely impressive. So yeah, then we have Salamander coming behind Fugol behind Dicafero to slash, and he sends, basically a giant fire attack at him, as as Lucifero is just like pointless. So yeah, then we have Fugol going there for a fire punch. He like screams, but Dicafero just grabs Salamander and hits Fugolian with it and sends him to the ground. Yeah, it's like basically when someone grabs a truck and just hits it, essentially. Then we have Dorothy popping behind them, and she's like, "Welcome to the world of dreams." As she is then, like, I think she tries to transport him to the glamour world, but DiCaprio just uses his gravity magic and sends Dorothy away, being like pointless. As there we see Sake, who's way in the background, like with a tower behind him. Which some people thought that the whole tower was actually gonna matter something with the clock tower, but so far it seems to have not mattered at all. As Sake is like on the ground and it's like the captains, and they can't even touch him. What the heck? What kind of power is that even? I can tell this guy. There's no way we can beat him. And we see him just off paneling Charlotte's Briar magic and Rail's Odin spell, whatever. Which, while we're on the subject of Sake, where the heck is everyone else? Like, serious question, where is everyone else? I mean, I'm looking here with Sake and I don't see any other person. Like, maybe there is. I mean, after Tabata has had a bit of a problem with where it comes to character placements. So maybe there are supposed to be Radies, Voltos, and Sally and everyone else there, but from what I see, there's no one there. And where comes like Gaja and Lopachica, like I get that they may not be in their range of Rail's Valhalla spell, because it does seem to have more of like a room level in terms of size, but where is everyone else? I mean, wouldn't Gaja be a help or Lopachica or anything like this? I mean, granted, I'm not saying they're gonna do much. I don't say it's gonna be a big difference, but still, you'd think they'll be here somewhere, but they're nowhere to be found or seen or heard of at all. Maybe it's a manga condensing or something. Like maybe the anime is actually gonna include them somewhere stalking or something. I don't know. So then we have Lucifer be like, oh, okay, the mere idea of lowly humans challenging me to battle against them. You should be despairing and prostrating yourselves. You speak as if you're some kind of impressive guy, Dickafello, but you're nothing. You're just a powerhouse for the arc, and then probably it's gonna be irrelevant. I wouldn't be surprised if you're gonna end up being the similar to the Fullbringer arc in Bleach, where the characters was there. We were training to fight someone on Aizen's level. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what this film is gonna end up being. So while Decafair is saying this, we have Meleona showing up to be ready to punch, totally not making the battlefield less impactful, by the way. Totally not making it look less impressive. And she's going to attempt to punch Lucifero, as Lucifero, I guess, just karate chops her away. As then we have Meleona say to him, responding to his words, be like, sorry, but no can do. Also, some people mentioned how Meleona's hand seems to be breaking or destroyed right now, which it does look like it just fell off, but it's in hand, so it doesn't really say much. I mean, it's kind of like in Bleach where people lose hands, it really doesn't matter. Like, I feel like there are at least like 3 characters who could restore in hand at this point. So then we have the badass speech, though it doesn't ruin the moment. As Melo's like, no matter how far beneath you are, we've been granted the title of the strongest. As we see the Magic Knights standing back up, as we have like all them determined. Like we see Rail being extremely excited, inspired to create more. Nozel getting back up using more Mercury. Dorothy getting back up. Manuel smiling. Jack smiling. Fogolian standing back up, getting ready. Sean as well. As I guess Lucifero gets pissed off, being like, people, you are ruining the tension with your indetermined, undeterred determination to beat me. At least look like you're despairing in the chapter, so my introduction would look more badass than me just flexing for a chapter or two. So yeah, anyways, then behind him appears Asta, paralleling the panel where he appeared in the cave arc, where he's like, he fought against Patris, as in this battle. Then we have Asta saying, like, you could ever understand how awesome great magic knights are. To be fair, this is him literally seeing you guys in for real first time, so he wouldn't really understand this type of stuff. As we have Asta's blade going at Lucifero, as Lucifero seems to have noticed it. So, what will happen here? So I've heard some people saying that that this after we see having Lucifero see the blades gonna end up destroying the sword that Asta's wielding. I think it's called Death Destroyer. I'm not sure exactly. So yeah, this isn't a popular theory right now that's gonna be broken. Now, the one thing I would like to mention to everyone here is the fact that Devil Destroyer was shown to have been able to damage Lucifero. Like, in the last chapter, I believe, Lucifero grabbed the sword and, like, went with his hat, and it did make him bleed. So, and there is anti-magic. So I'm not exactly sure if the sword will be if the sword can be broken by Lucifero. I mean, maybe it can be. I'm not saying it's impossible. It probably could happen. Even I could see the one of Oster swords breaking to be like the moment where, like, all right, this determinism to defeat Lucifero is over. Time to actually bring us the spirit to actually show us why you should be scared. Because let's be real here. I feel like everyone expected Lucifer in this chapter to just like rack the captains. It's kind of like the same reason why I'm not still convinced that Fugon doesn't have Spirit Dive, because again, this chapter is supposed to show off how powerful Lucifer is. I don't see why you would want to give Fugon an ability, a form that could actually damage Lucifer, assuming that's where this is going. If you're going to, have it, it'll be weird. Like, this form shown useless in this chapter, yet in the next chapter it's able to damage. So yeah, we'll see where this is going. But yeah, I'm not really impressed. I'm still waiting for when this Lucifer does more, because trust me, if you think I'm one of those people who expects his villains to just rack the heroes for a few chapters, and that's gonna make you in my top, then you are mistaking, Mr. Dicafero. But yeah. All in all, as an action chapter, this chapter is great, honestly. Like, I like how he's like just beating, how after an entire year of the heroes just basically being a pop away from victory, we have the characters being like completely being wrecked right now. It's great of a sight. And I do like how you see like the strongest ones actually get damaged while the weaker ones are just being like thrown away, like not even worth getting attacked. That's how the gap is. But yeah. This chapter itself is pretty exciting as action. Can't wait to see this animated. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the chapter. So yeah, anyways, I hope you tell me in the comments below what you think of this chapter. Did you like the action? Did you think it lacked in certain aspects? Fact, or whatever your thoughts are. Just tell me in the comments below. Don't forget to also leave a like and subscribe to the chapter for more videos in the future. And that's it. I cannot wait to see all immortals next time. Goodbye.